Hey, there we go. There we go. We were muted. We were muted. Hey, Lindy, Sienna, Lux, Kathy Lynch, how are you? Yeah, we're back. Yeah, 2 shows in one night. I wanted to come back. We're on the other software again now. Checking that out. It had auto muted itself for some reason. Into that. What? Ah, we're having software problems today, aren't we? Hold on. Alright, we're back. We're having some weird gremlins in the system tonight. So, let me give you an update about what happened. I have given Streamlabs an email asking for a resolution to do with the browser being black and grey and not being able to read the words. I won't be using that software until I can get a fix for that because I can't read anything. I can't read any of the articles or anything like that. And we do that a lot on here, and I need to be able to have that kind of functionality. So until that works properly, we'll be back on here for now. So let me fix this, guys. Hey, how are you? We're back. We're back. We're alive. Juniper. Hey, Juniper. I just saw your message. I did reply to it. I will look into the audio issue. Kathy Lynch, hey, good to see you. Retired RN. She says, woohoo, 2 shows with Ping tonight. I saw Trish only did half an hour and I felt bad and I was like, well, I'll come back on and hang out with you guys for an hour. I mean, I don't mind. I'm happy to do that. Half an hour is a pretty short show, so she must have been not feeling very well. And I wanted to give you guys a decent enough long show. I do feel bad when people don't, you know, get an hour and a half or something. So I'm making it up to you, and then she can do a longer one tomorrow night. So good to see you. I'm just kind of waiting. Sienna says Trish needs to go to the doctor as soon as possible. Is she? I haven't seen it. I was too busy trying to play with the software. Has she got breathing issues again? I know she had some respiratory problems before. I don't know if that's come back or something like that. You guys, I'll have to reach out to her. If she needs me to fill in for a couple of nights, I can do that. High blood pressure. Oh, jeez. Ay, 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 that woman. I hope she feels better. I've had high blood pressure myself before because I suffer from anxiety. So I have had issues with really high blood pressure before where it feels like you're going to have a heart attack. It's not very nice. And luckily, I was able to get mine under control again. And it's been okay for a couple of years. But there was one point where I felt like I couldn't sit down. Like my blood pressure was so high, I felt like when I sat down, I felt worse than if I was up walking around, which is so counterintuitive because you're supposed to sit down and try to get your heart rate down. It was really, really bad. But yeah, I'm sure she'll go to the doctor tomorrow. I'm sure she will. I'm sure she'll go. She's got a doctor in Texas, I think. I think she's pretty much she's got. I'm sure she's got someone she can see in Texas, and she's got her other doctor in wherever she lives, Salt Lake City. So yeah, sure she'll be alright. She might just need some medication to bring it down for a bit until they can get it under control. I wonder what's setting that off for her. That's horrible. It's not very nice. I know when I had it, it was horrible. It's like the worst thing ever. I'm sure she will. Either she'll go to the hospital and go through emergency or she'll go to see her GP in the morning. But hopefully she does it sooner. What's that place you guys have got in the US? It's not a hospital. It's not a GP, but it's sort of like in between. It's called like urgent care or something. Is that what it's called? Urgent care? Yeah. So maybe she can head off to the urgent care because I know they're open pretty late. So Juniper says she needs to call the paramedics if it goes that high again. Yeah, for sure. Ping. The lady whose bones were just found, who supposedly went missing while biking, is her husband no longer a suspect? No, her husband's still a suspect. That's oh man, how did I forget her name? Claire says they kind of suck through urgent care. Oh, okay, it's not that great. Um, what's her name? What's what's the lady's name who went missing while biking and her husband? Oh my god, why is my memory so bad today? Hold on, I can look it up. Oh, Susan Morphew. Jeez, how do I forget that name? Maybe I need an Alzheimer's test. Ping, you are losing your memory. No, her husband is 100% still a suspect, for sure. Um, they released him of his original charges, but they said they could bring them back at any time. It was released. It wasn't released saying that he was innocent. It was basically that they wanted to hold off until they had more evidence. So, or that their case wasn't that great. So I believe we're just waiting on pathology and lab testing and stuff like that. And as soon as it goes through lab testing, we'll probably see an arrest for Susan Morphew, which would be really good. Unless they can find something else which pushes them in a different direction, but I don't think so. So since Trish is not feeling that great, let me run you through the Carlee Russell situation. About a couple of months ago, I actually was filling in for Trish for about 4 days, and Carlee Russell had just had the video released of her on the highway, and I actually got to play it on the show. And during that weekend, we covered the entire thing for the whole weekend. It was actually one of our highest rating shows of the year. It was really good. And we had a lot of speculation. It was like, oh, did someone kidnap her? Did it really happen? And it felt like as the more time we got through it, the more it felt like something funny was going on. And within about 4 days after that, we knew, this is not an actual kidnapping. It's more like a, Sherry Papini type thing. It's a fake abduction. And it says here today, it happened actually while I was on the air before, but I didn't see it. Carlee Russell, 26, was found guilty by a Hoover municipal judge on Wednesday of faking her own abduction. The ruling came after Russell pleaded not guilty. My cats are doing it again. Hold on. All right, sorry. It's really windy and rainy here, and the cats are freaking out every time the wind blows. But it says here the ruling came after Russell pleaded not guilty to the charges of false reporting to law enforcement authorities and falsely reporting an incident. Despite her plea, Municipal Judge Brad Bishop found her guilty based on the recommendation of state prosecutors. Bishop recommended 1 year in jail and a $17,874 in restitution. He also recommended two fines of $831 each. This part is really interesting. When this originally happened, we actually looked up the state code for this type of an offense when she was originally charged, and we were like, how long would she actually get in jail? Would it be just a slap on the wrist? And we were very concerned that it could have been just a fine. So we, well, what I mean by we is me streaming and the people in the chat, really thought it was just going to be these two things here, the two fines. This is, I think, the max penalty for one part of the charges that she did. And we thought it was going to be just that. And that was a concern because we thought, wow, the town would be really upset if she got off on like $1,600 of fines because they spent $17,000 looking for her over that, 3 or 4 days. And it's good that they're taking this seriously so people don't come out and try to do this again. I found it interesting. When she was walking into the court today, I thought she still had that smirk on her face, like this is all a big game and it's all a bit of fun and "Oh, I'll get out of this and I'm gonna continue to live my life." And I was, a bit unimpressed with that. Every time she gets on camera, she has the same look. Maybe it's natural, I'm not sure, but so it says here, Russell, holding her hands behind her back, fidgeted nervously as she entered her plea about 2:14 p.m. In municipal court, there is no jury trial. The Constitution allows anyone who faces jail time to have their case heard and decided by a jury of their peers. That's interesting. Bishop explained that often defendants will appeal his verdict to the Jefferson County Circuit Court to take the case to a jury trial. So I heard today that she is going to appeal. I don't think she has a hope in hell. I think it doesn't matter who they get on that jury, they are going to be mad because they wasted community time, community spirit, and just law enforcement time too, looking for her. So I have a feeling that a jury trial is not going to make her any better. It's going to be the same outcome. Russell was represented by attorneys Emery Anthony and Richard Jaff, who appealed to the circuit court. There you go, she appealed. Anthony said following Wednesday's hearing they are appealing the verdict because state prosecutors want Russell to serve jail time. I don't see anything wrong with that. With the amount of mass hysteria and confusion that she caused because of her call to the authorities, I think she has to face some jail time. Even if it's like 6 months and she serves 3 months and gets out, that's a deterrent. So I there needs to be some jail time. There can't be just a fine and restitution here. I think that's too big of a case to just let her go on a fine, although it's been done before. There's no need, he's quoted as saying, "There's no need of having a trial here knowing their position." Anthony said, "We have stipulated and appealed the case and it will start anew in the Bessemer Circuit Court." Anthony said, Russell's legal team completely disagrees with jail time for a Class A misdemeanor, especially when it's Russell's first offense. You got to look at context, and that would have been fine if it was something like, I don't know, she crashed her car and damaged someone's fence. And they were like, well, it's her first offense. She could just pay a fine and have community service or something. She basically sent the entire city into a panic that there's someone out there kidnapping women off the side of the road or something, and that there's a child out there that needs help. It's a completely different situation. So, Diane Marie says, "Have we ever heard why she's tried this?" So, her lawyer said today that the truth will come out, but now is not the time. So we'll see. We'll see if she ever tells us why she did it. They said they're trying to look after her mental health. They said restitution, we don't disagree with, but to lock her up and put her in jail, we disagree. Actually, her lawyer was pretty good with that. He said that the $17,000 in restitution, they actually agree with because restitution has to be proved by the court, meaning he's actually, they're saying that's okay because she should repay them. And I thought that was really, you know, grown up of everyone to just be like, yeah, she should repay them. So I was happy with that bit by her lawyers. Reby says, good afternoon, Ping and everyone else. Hey, how's it going? Russell was clearly nervous in court on Wednesday as she stood before the judge. Nervous is anyone that goes before a judge, Anthony said. I think she understands what has happened. She has apologized. I don't want her to have a breakdown. See, his wording is very key. First, he mentions mental health. Then he mentions doesn't want her to have a breakdown. So they're obviously thinking there's some sort of mental health issue here. So we're handling her with kid gloves and making sure her mental state is just fine. We'll see with this appeal. I will be very interested to see if they're going to change anything. I don't believe so, but we'll find out. Anthony said he doesn't know if more charges will be filed, but said the defense was invited by the Attorney General's office to speak before a grand jury, and they declined. Asked where she was during the 49 hours that she was missing, Anthony said, I think you'll have to ask the Attorney General's office. The Attorney General's office, I don't think it being compassionate. They know the young lady was not off on a whim. They knew this lady was not off with some young man, so they know that. What are they saying then? Where was she? Russell seemingly vanished on Thursday, July 13th after calling 911 and a family member to report seeing a child about 3 or 4 years old only wearing a diaper walking alone on I-459. The family member reported hearing a scream and the only interstate and then only interstate noise through the open phone line. Russell's disappearance sparked a massive search and widespread concern. 2 days later, Russell showed up alone at her parents' house. She was taken to UAB hospital for evaluation. Yeah, there you go. And then she started saying all this rubbish like a man got her and kept her in the back of a truck and fed her Cheez-Its, and she was part of the new movie of Taken and stuff. So, oh, Candy Williams, good night. I'm sorry you had to have your COVID and flu shots. I hope you feel better. I know they can make you feel a bit crap. So, we're gonna hang out here for about an hour, I think, and just try and hang out for a bit. I want you guys to get your money's worth for tonight. um, so that's it for Carlee Russell. We'll find out in a couple of weeks whether um, they'll accept her application or for appeal or when that date will be. We'll find out, but I don't think it will change anything. I really don't. Um, I thought this might be very interesting to you all. Do you remember Vanessa Amorosi? She's a singer. She had a really big song in the early 2000s called like Everybody or something, or Everybody Anywhere or something. She sang at the Olympic Games in Sydney in 2000. She's actually accusing her mother of swindling her fortune that she made when she was a young woman. And she's filed a lawsuit in the Supreme Court of Victoria. Actually, she did it in 2001, claiming unconscionable conduct from her mother, Joylene Robinson, and saying how she mismanaged her finances from all the money she made from record deals. The amount of times we see this with like kid superstars is crazy. It's really is. But I wanted to find her song. Where is it? Where is her song about whatever it is? You know, it's Absolutely Everybody. Yeah, there we go. It's called Absolutely Everybody. Became the unofficial anthem of the Australian 2000 Games and went on to become a major hit in Australia, many European countries, including Britain and Germany. But I'm not sure if it became a big one in the US. But there's some weird stuff going on here. She says that she was living in the US in a house and that she could no longer pay her bills because there was no more money in her trust accounts. But Reby says, I remember her one hit wonder. Yeah, she was sort of a one hit wonder. And she basically got kicked out of her home. See, by the end of 2014, she was booted out of her United States property after seemingly running out of cash. She asked her mum, like, where's all the cash? And her mum basically froze her out and didn't answer the question. Amorosi told the court when she questioned her mother about where all the money had gone, she was accused of spending it all herself. I couldn't get the answers to what was really going on and why I was losing my house. She said I spent it all. She said I spent all the money and that I should come home and get to work and that I should go back to touring, Miss Amorosi said. Amorosi said when she asked her mother to show her where all the money had gone, she said it turned into a standoff with her mother. Asking that question to my mom had my siblings very angry, so it started a war between the family. Amorosi said that when she returned to Australia in 2015 while pregnant, she was refused entry into her own home. I kept questioning my mother, so it made everyone pretty angry, and that was it. It was very clear to me that I was not welcome to come home. In opening the trial, Mr. Solomon said his client had been enormously successful over the past 25 years. In 1999, while still a teenager, Amarossi's mum organized for her to see managers before advising her that her income ought to be protected with numerous trust funds. A company named Van Joy was created, which received Amarossi's royalties and paid her expenses at the height of her fame. The court heard Amarossi's career peaked in 2000 and the years immediately after, when she released a swag of successful singles. Mr. Solomon said Amorossi was entitled to a larger slice of the Boundary Road property and the trust holding her California home. So apparently, what's in dispute is this property here. Her parents live here in this property, but Amorossi is saying that she wants this property put back in her name. So they're saying that, because of the money that her mom spent and pissed away, she believes that the property should be put all in her name. And her mom reckons that they had an agreement where she would give her daughter $650,000 in exchange for this property. She's saying it never happened. So I don't know. We'll find out as this court case winds its way through the Australian legal system. And if we get any more juicy information, I will bring it to you. But that's the opening thing. I just wanted to know if anyone remembered her. I barely remember her song back in the 2000s, but that's it. I don't remember what she did after that or anything like that. All right. I think I've made everyone fall asleep. I hope you're all here. Oh, my throat. Hold on. Geez, the rain is coming down here. Can hear the rain pelting down. I'll show you guys. It is pissing down here at the moment. Oh, thunderstorms actually here. I'll show you. Got this big thing of rain coming through. Actually, hold on. I need to fix that so we don't get rain come in. Hold on. All right, I'm back. I just didn't want rain coming in the windows. Lux is still here. Thanks, Lux. I guess everyone is looking at other things. Um I'll share this one. This is disgusting. Ohio human trafficking sting sees more than 160 people arrested in Operation Buyer's Remorse as Attorney General Dave Yost issues message, "Don't buy sex." More than 100 Johns seeking to buy sex have been arrested in a human trafficking sting. The operation took place between September 25 and 30 across the entire state. Officials seized electronic devices, criminal tools. What is a criminal tool, especially in regards to sex work? Is that like a vibrator? Criminal tool vibrator. And nearly $75,000 from multiple locations. Charges on all vary in severity from first degree misdemeanor to third degree felony. Brutal. Ohio State has made more than 100 arrests seeking people seeking to buy sex who have been charged with prostitution in a sting dubbed Operation Buyer's Remorse. An EMT, nurses, educators, retirees, former law enforcement officers, self-employed individuals, and delivery drivers are among those in custody. The youngest arrested is age 17 and the oldest is 84. See, it just shows you there's a wide range of people willing to pay for sex, I guess. Okay, Reby, have a siesta. Oh, Kathy Lynch is listening. Oh, are you doing your physical therapy? I hate mornings. You do your physical therapy. Get your range of motion back. Pink says you must complete it. Um, Operation Buyer's Remorse comprised of coordinated stings conducted by the OOCIC 8 Human Trafficking, Major Crime Task Force, and nearly 100 local law enforcement. Their writing in this article is so shit. Like, who the hell proofreads any of this, or who corrects any of the grammar? It's like, let's just run it through the AI bot. Who cares if it doesn't have correct grammar? So when we read it, it makes us sound crazy because we're saying the weird messages or like sentences. Actually, let's have a look. There's a little video here of the arrests. It gives me a break too to have a drink. Hold on.
Columbus Police, you're under arrest.
Operation Buyer's Remorse was all about targeting the demand. It's to send a message. You don't know if you're contributing to human trafficking when you buy sex in Ohio. Don't buy sex in Ohio.
Hands up. Hands up. There you go. Just stand just like that. Your hands up. Okay?
It's critical because human traffickers aren't paying attention to city limit signs or what county they're in.
The traffickers will move the victims wherever there's a demand.
It's not a big city problem. It's an everybody problem, and it's affecting everyone.
You know, it bleeds out into our rural and smaller communities.
Police, hands up. Police. Not today, buddy. Hey! How's it going, buddy?
For some reason, they can't stop themselves, and they're driving 4 or 5 hours maybe just to get to that hotel room or that house that they've been told to go to.
Poke, stab, stick me, nothing.
It would be great if we could say, hey, we tried a 3-day operation and nobody came. Unfortunately, that's not happening. Unfortunately, there's people out there that are still willing to risk it.
You're fine. You're fine. Your hand up, just relax. I'm not a bad person. I just enjoy sex. I'm not gonna lie.
You may be very much a part of the exploitation of that person.
What we've found recently is there's sometimes large networks involved in this, and the people that are involved in it at the ground level are really victims. They're compelled to do this. They're forced to do this.
My message is don't. We are watching, we are investigating, and we will arrest you. And to the victims, we will do anything we can to help you. All you have to do is reach out.
And here's the thing, if you're buying sex, you don't know if there's a third person. They might be in the next room. They might be out in a car in the parking lot. They might be just waiting back on the street somewhere for the survivor to show up. That's what makes this pernicious. You're contributing to the demand for human trafficking. Without the demand, without people putting money down, there is no human trafficking.
So there you go. Sienna says, I miss the info. Is the 84-year-old male or female? It didn't say, but they said they were Johns. So I'm guessing they are male. Says here, 100 arrests of Johns. I'm guessing, yeah, it's a male, not a female. So there you go. I mean, that's crazy. It says 160 arrested, 100 potential human trafficking survivors encountered and referred to services. I mean, 11 massage parlors searched and, served warrants. That's very good. We have a bunch of them. Actually, you guys want to know something about where I live? We have one of those, massage parlors where you can get a happy ending, like right here, right next to me, like across the road. And we've had like cops staking out the place and undercovers park in our car park and watch the property and things like that. Happens really often. They even had a sign on the door at one point that said, if you enter this building, you can be charged with entering like a place of selling like illegal sex type stuff, and that you could be charged with a crime just by entering the building. They had this big sign on the door for about a year, and then it changed names, and then yeah. Sienna says, okay, I want to say more, but I better keep my mouth shut. I don't know what you could have to say, but you can say it. It's a free chat room here. I don't care what people say. It's all good. Yeah, let me read a little bit more about this. I just wanted to see if we see there's obviously a male, another male, a male, a male. So I think they were targeting men. I don't see any females except they were probably the sex trafficking people they encountered. Yeah, this is interesting. Some people are saying in the comments, what happens to the people who were former law enforcement? Does their like record become sullied, and are they allowed to keep their pensions and things like that? I don't know. I don't know what the laws are like over there for people who are ex-law enforcement, unfortunately. Let's read something else. I found this somewhat sad and somewhat typical. Australian shoppers outraged over one small detail after shoplifter is caught stealing $400 worth of groceries. A thief was caught red-handed trying to steal a basket with $400 of groceries from Woolworths, but Australian shoppers are outraged over one detail. A local Queensland crime watch group shared an image of a basket which contained 27 items including chicken, breakfast foods, underwear, and other essentials amounted to $398.39 with a savings of $93.40. Today in Woolworths, a so-called customer tried to steal this basket full. Okay, the group wrote. If you listen to the TV report on shoplifting, we the people who pay for our goods also pay for theirs because we pay a loss percentage, which is built into every item we pay for. But Aussies zeroed in on the infuriating cost of a small basket of food and criticized large chain stores for unreasonable prices. Let me see what they're looking at. It doesn't really show anything. Well, sort of, like you can see there, like chicken drumsticks, 1 kilo is $10. That sounds pretty cheap at the moment, actually. Hundreds took aim at Woolworths for items costing 27 items costing $400. The fact that the basket full is $398 is no doubt the real crime, one person said. How disgusting charging people that much for a basket of food. I am more shocked that it came to $400. I would expect to fill my trolley up for that price. People are just trying to survive. Food banks only offer almost expired fruit, veggies, and bread. The food prices is a crime within itself, people are saying. And yeah, it's mental here at the moment. So I don't blame someone who felt like they had to steal to feed their family right now. It is bonkers. Bonkers, bonkers, bonkers down here. It really is. Hold on. Let me see what you guys are saying. I hate mornings. What I hear. I hate mornings says it's really good to see police treating sex workers as victims instead of booking them and releasing them back to the pimp. Yeah, sending them to referral services for sex workers is a great idea. Sienna says, I agree with I hate mornings. I hate that they usually treat the women like criminals instead of the victims. It doesn't matter what age the Johns are. They seem to be let go and only with a fine. Yeah. Kathleen says, I didn't know Woolworths still existed. it's a different company than the one that was in the US, but it's same name. It's not the same one that used to be in America though. It's a different one. But this one's in Australia and South Africa, I think. But yeah, I can see why people are saying that, you know, they're not committing a crime really. They're just getting their own back. All right, hold on. Let me find a new one for you. Let me find a new one. Hold on. I thought I had another one lined up and it seems to be not my friend. It's like, why won't you be my friend? Come on. I don't know if we heard anything more about that skydiver. Remember that? Let's see if we can find anything else about the skydiver. Here, The Guardian has something on it. Skydiver found dead in Florida yard after apparent parachuting incident. Frederick C. Morello was discovered here in Titusville. Just see if they have anything updated about him. No, it doesn't. I wonder how long it's going to take for them to get more information about how he died. After hard landing on the floor. Here's Dayton Beach. Almond Beach man dies in parachuting incident. Apparently he was a lawyer. They're saying he was a lawyer for 20 plus years as a lawyer in Daytona Beach. He had a passion for skydiving, but still no cause of death or why he crashed. Nothing yet. I guess we will get it eventually. Maybe they need to wait for toxicology or something like that. Lux says, I would never ever skydive. Yep, I get you. Oh yeah, Sienna, if you missed that, we actually played that the other night. You must have missed the show. But we did actually do that one of the guy in New York who was flying over that lady's house. We actually played the video from it as well. I can show it again briefly. Here we go. Michael Arnold, 65, is accused of stalking New York woman from his light aircraft for 4 years and pelting her home with tomatoes. Yeah, we spoke about this the other night, actually. There's a guy there, and we actually watched a video of him actually flying over her home. There's his stupid plane there. And I think we even watched a video where he was driving by her house while she was being interviewed by the by the news station. And he just seems like a jerk or something, like some sort of obsessed individual. But they were saying that he'd been charged with aggravated stalking, impeding and providing false information to police after terrorizing Cassie Willits from the sky since 2019. So yeah, he has one of those little Cessna 180s. And I just don't get what his problem is. What does he care? And hopefully they get him and take his pilot license away. He's obviously someone who cannot be trusted if he's going to be stalking females from his plane. Kathy Lynch says, my husband did the tandem skydiving once. He said he wouldn't do it again. At least you could say he's done it once, right? Like, I don't know if I'd ever do it. I'm too afraid that somehow my chute will fail or something, and then I'll die or something. There's other things I could do that would be more fun than just, Oh, yeah. So if you obviously we all know what's going on in Israel at the moment, right? This guy actually ran up to a couple of Jewish kids who had a Israeli flag on their car, and he was like abusing them and telling them like, "I'll kill you, I'll kill you," just after their country was attacked by Palestine. And this idiot, I'll show you the video in a second. They actually caught him and tracked him down. Thank God. He just seems like a menace. I'll show you. I will show you. This is a video of him attacking the Jewish boys in Australia. There you go. It's not very long, but you can see like the little bit they were able to film, he was quite aggressive. All because they had an Israeli flag. And obviously he is, I don't know, Palestinian sympathizer or something. Apparently he's Islamic, and his cover photo on Facebook is the Palestine flag viewed through the pair of hands clasped in a love heart shape. He has shared several Islamic related videos throughout the years, including sermons from prominent Arab Shia Islamic scholar Ahmed al-Waleh. So obviously he decided, but who goes around threatening people like that just because they have a different flag of a different country? I mean, it's been really bad down here um, since the Israeli attack. We've had stuff like this. This is not overseas. This is in Australia, in Sydney. We've been having these pro-Palestinian rallies attended by hundreds of people with flares and flags and stuff like that. So it's it's bad down here too, and the cops don't do anything. They just let them do it. We've also had some Jewish Israelis or just Jewish people in solidarity, but there's been some really big rallies, including one in Sydney the night of the attack. There was people launching fireworks and singing songs and just celebrating the attack on Israel because they hate them that much. Lux says, "What the hell?" Yeah, I want to try find a photo of the one in Sydney. Hold on. See if I can find the one with the fireworks. Yeah, here. They were having like pro in it was in Lakemba. Now Lakemba is a really big Islamic area, has a huge population of people who follow, you know, Islamic faith or Muslim faith. So there's a whole heap of them up there. But there was a huge rally up there. You can see all these people. Here, watch this. You got look, reading off fireworks.
Live from Greenacre.
Greenacre.
Live from Greenacre.
They're all partying because of the attack on Israel. There you go. You can see like it's not just overseas. They're doing it here. They're saying, and the Israeli part of Australia and the Jewish part of Australia were upset by that, saying like police did nothing and they're allowing, hate to spread in these areas, allowing other Jewish people to feel afraid in Australia. due to these giant rallies and stuff. And it's not the only one. There was one last night and the night before. I think there was one before that. So it's hairy down here too, although there's no rockets or people with guns. But, you know, there is some tension down here due to the conflict in Israel and Palestine. Sienna says, where is the Nightbot with the donation info? It's above you. It's now the Streamlabs one. I mean, there is 2 links. You can use the old one if you'd like, or you can use the new one. The good thing about the new link is that it's got a few more options for people, but it does go to the same place. It just allows, hold on, I can get both for you. You can have a look if you want. This is the new one. I think it allows like monthly and stuff as well. That's the new one. And where's the old one? This is the old one. Either, you know, but they're both fine. I just trying to give people options because I've had some people that are really against PayPal. They freaking hate it. And they're like, I'll never ever donate through PayPal. I hate it. I'll never ever use it. And I'm like, all right, it's okay. You don't have to. So, but thank you, Sienna. It's very kind of you to ask for it. I do appreciate it. But yeah, there's either one. The first one is actually good. I've had a couple of people say because we don't have any memberships. No, we don't. We're not big enough yet. You need to get like over 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Then you can have like memberships. But that top link allows you to do something similar to memberships. Oh, Kathy Lynch says, I do all my shopping with PayPal. Oh, that's interesting. Kathy, have you ever tried the Honey app for your browser? That thing has saved me so much money over the years when I didn't even know. And I've been able to get like coupons for stuff or see when the price has dropped on certain items. And it's a great little app. And then you get some points back too. You get a few dollars here and there, $10 voucher here and there. I'll show it. Hold on. It just automatically finds promo codes for your cart, and then you can save some money on your whatever you're buying. I'll put it in the chat for you, Kathy. There you go. You can have a look after the show. It's really great. I use it on everything because you can often find like 10% off or 15% off, you know, stuff like that when normally if you weren't watching, you wouldn't even know. So, all right. Let me see if I can find one more for tonight and then we'll get out of here. But I just wanted to give you guys a bit of a longer show. I felt bad for Trish only being able to do an hour. Let's find one more. Hey buddy. What you up to? Are you gonna come lie up here? You come lie with Dad? How you going? You're just gonna sit there and look pretty? You can do that. Hey Bubba. Hi buddy. He likes to sit up on this corner while I'm on the computer. Hold on. Wow, I didn't see this. Have a look at this. Shocking video shows woman armed with a knife ranting at cops at Atlanta airport before stabbing 3, including 71-year-old retired officer who had just returned to active duty. Let's have a look. What does this show? Hold on, it's a video.
Again, it was very dynamic, still is, folks. So we're going to get you all through as quickly as we can. I don't believe that you are in any imminent danger where you are currently at. So I don't believe that it's necessary for you to continue to shelter in place. Medical personnel and police are attending to the situation on the adjacent hall. We are going to get you through here as quickly as we can, folks. I appreciate your patience. Sorry for the inconvenience. Bear with us, guys. Again, the situation is very fluid right now. but I don't believe that any of you are in any immediate danger. Again, it was very dynamic, still is, folks.
Oh, she's got a knife. She just has a knife.
Weird. What a weird situation. I don't understand. Let's have a read. There you go. There's another photo of the screen grab we just saw. A lot of people in the passenger lounge hiding. Sarah Nagum, an editor with Border Belt Independence in North Carolina, was in the queue and said staff described it to them as a domestic incident. The police officer, reportedly 71-year-old retiree who just returned to active service, suffered a severed artery after being stabbed in the thigh. That's really dangerous. Like, he could have died from that. Man, what a poor guy just doing his job. A female ticket clerk was also stabbed before the woman was overpowered and arrested by a second police officer, leaving a trail of blood across the booking hall. When we did encounter her, there'd already been that stabbing that occurred. There's a little bit of a moment that happened there. It doesn't appear that there was a connection between her and them, but that's what something we'll look into. The kneeling passengers cheered as they were told she had been arrested and allowed to get back up off the floor. Police said they did not know the motive for the attack, but expected to find out by the time they brought charges. All three victims were taken to Grady Memorial Hospital, where they were conscious and in a comfortable condition last night. Atlanta Airport posted an all clear about 40 minutes after the initial stabbing, and it is not thought any flights were delayed. The area where the crimes scenes are blocked off, but there's multiple different entrances that can be used at the airport, the police said. Not all passengers were so sanguine. It ain't safe even in an Atlanta airport. Former Bengals offensive tackle Willie Anderson said, "Keep your head on a swivel. Sad situation that happened earlier. I hope everyone is okay." Jeez. Can't even catch a plane. And, get out okay. Hey, Kim68, good to see you. Lux says, "Hi, kitty." She says, "Hi, Muff." He's just purring. Alright, one more. So I want to talk about this because this is awesome. And then we're going to go. Look at this. It's a Bigfoot. Let's watch the Bigfoot. And then we're going to go. Okay? Alright, hold on. Let me find this.
An elusive creature. Alright, just squat it down. Yeah, let me see your camera. I'll do it. An elusive creature. Alright, just squat it down. Yeah, let me see your camera. I'll do it.
That is really weird. Do you think that's someone in a suit just pretending to be Bigfoot? It's really clear. You can tell there's like a big animal there. Like, it looks like an ape. It's probably Trish when she stole a monkey. Guys, give me 1 second. Hold on. Alright. I don't know. It says Shannon Parker from Cheyenne, Wyoming was with her husband, Stetson Tyler, when Tyler said, "I think I saw Bigfoot." Another passenger named Brandon saw the couple react and decided to pull out his phone to record the mythical beast. The ever-elusive creature Bigfoot, Brandon said as he took the video. There's a photo of it. It was walking around too. weird. Maybe it's like two sloths merged together. I don't know. Or it's some sort of tree that moves by itself. Someone said it looks like the like reptile thing. It's weird. It did move on its own. And it is big. Look how large the legs are. Really tall. The video shows a creature prowling around the hillside just before he squats down into a seated position. Soon the alleged Bigfoot known as Sasquatch camouflages into the dark brown shrubs around him as back and forth looks towards the steam engine. He's still moving, a passenger said in the background. He can stand up. The video then loses sight of the mythical-like creature as the train chugs along. Parker told Newsweek that it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and that her and Tyler had never seen anything like it before. When we spoke to the conductor on the train, he told us that he had never seen anything like that before, and he himself has experienced unexplained things while snowshoeing in the mountains. The video has been all over social media and has attracted mixed reviews. Some people believe it was a legitimate encounter, while others believe it was a hoax. Yeah, you gotta wonder if it was some YouTuber going out there just to fool a bunch of people on the like on the train. Like they knew it was going to be there, and they just decided to mess everyone up. Like I could see someone on a YouTube channel doing that, waiting for all the media attention, and then in a couple of weeks coming out and saying, like, "Oh, it was all a big joke, and we were out there. Check out our video on our channel of how we did it." It's just too perfect of a timing of an occasion, if you ask me. I don't know. It's almost like it waited for the train and then it was like, "Are we being seen here? I hope we're being seen." So, I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out in a couple of weeks. Kathy Lynch says, "I'll believe it when they catch it." That's right. When they catch it, then we can believe it. When someone brings one like in a net or a cage and they can show us some photos close up and then they can release it, then I'll believe it. That's right. I Hate Morning says, Trish hiding a gorilla in Colorado would explain her blood pressure. She's probably stolen a monkey. You know, you watch. Every time she steals a monkey, her blood pressure goes up. And that's how you know. That's how you know she's been monkey napping. She's been stealing monkeys. Her blood pressure just goes up. You know, she can't handle it. She wasn't made for monkey napping. Alright guys, let's wind up. What time is it? Alright, 4:18. We did about an hour. Thank you for sticking with me today. I really appreciate it. It was we got off to a bit of a rough start at the first bit with the new software. Hopefully I get an email back from that company and they'll let me know like how to fix those particular issues and then we can continue using it because it's a lot better than this white border and hopefully it'll help PB&J, but we'll see. If not, I'm going to be asking them for a refund because it's not cheap, that software. So I will be asking them for a refund if they cannot fix it, which I think is fair. Melissa McCordy said, "Hey Ping." Hey, she left a comment somewhere in another part of the site. Kathleen said, "This was fun. Thanks for sticking with me, Kathy. I really appreciate it." And I guess we'll be back tomorrow at some point. If Trish is not better, I may be on the other channel filling in. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Lux says, "Thank you so much for the extra show, Ping. You are welcome. I enjoyed coming back on. So have a great night, everyone. I really appreciate you being here. And yeah, I guess we'll be back tomorrow. So thank you very much. And good night. Until then, until we come back, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll have more stories then. See you later, everyone. Have a great night. Get some sleep. Say good night to Mr. Muffin here. He's having his afternoon nap too, aren't you, Muff? You having a nap, Muff? Yeah? Purring? Yeah, he's just purring. Alright, guys. Good night. Love you all. See you later.